Mr. Card is considered armed and dangerous, and police advise that Maine people should not approach him under any circumstances.
As we go on the air today at noon, we follow that developing story in Maine. The governor says at least 18 people have been killed in shootings in Lewiston. An intense manhunt is underway for the shooter. Residents are being urged to lock their doors and stay inside. Thanks for being here at noon. I'm Kay Quinn. Police and FBI agents are looking for Robert Card. Officials just held a news conference. Gloria Pazmino has the latest.
Nerves are rattled right now. Keeping an eye on the woods.
People in communities near Lewiston, Maine, sheltering in place Thursday as authorities search for the gunman suspected of carrying out a deadly mass shooting Wednesday night.
There is now arrest warrants for murder for this particular individual, Mr. Card.
First, striking a bowling alley, then a restaurant.
We got multiple victims. I need every unit you can find.
Police say 40-year-old Robert Card is considered armed and dangerous. Law enforcement officials say Card recently reported mental health issues, including hearing voices, and made threats to shoot up a National Guard base.
We're going to not stop until we locate him.
Hundreds of state, local, and federal law enforcement officers called in to conduct the manhunt for the suspected killer.
We will work day and night alongside our law enforcement partners to get the answers to the questions this community deserves.
The community shaken and heartbroken amid the tragedy and terror.
This attack strikes at the very heart of who we are and the values we hold dear for this precious place we call home.
Flags are flying at half-staff today at the White House in honor of the victims in Maine. President Biden spoke by phone to the governor and members of Congress representing the state. He's offering full federal support. We will continue to follow the latest developments from Maine all day long. Make sure you download the 5 on Your Side app to your smartphone. Just search KSDK. Now to a developing story in the Metro East. One person is dead, dozens more without a place to stay after a fire at a senior living facility in Cahokia Heights. Just an hour ago, officials held a news conference to outline what's next for those affected. 5 on Your Side's Tracy Hinson live in Cahokia Heights with new information. Tracy?
Alrighty, Kay. So we spoke with many of the officials that were here today, including the mayor, fire officials, the EMT crew, the hospital crew, all of the teams who really responded to the scene yesterday. And we did learn that the person who died was an 82-year-old woman who had lived in the complex for over 20 years. She was one of its first residents. Now, yesterday, the fire started before 3 p.m. on the second floor of Touche Elderly Apartments in Cahokia Heights. Thick black smoke quickly filled the building as firefighters raced to pull people to safety. Dozens of people were able to escape. Sadly, that one woman died. Authorities say she was 82-year-old Judy St. John, and she went into cardiac arrest and died. The apartments have significant damage, and officials have set up an emergency shelter for those displaced residents. Sharon Davis is the assistant chief of the Camp Jackson Fire Department. Her team was the first to respond to the scene.
This was what some people say a career fire. I hope to never see that again, but it was definitely would have been very overwhelming for me if we not had the assistance of the fire department from the area, the police department, MedStar ambulance. They made several rescues right alongside of us, and Touche Elderly Home, the employees there really stepped up. The residents themselves stepped up.
Now, 71 people did live in that apartment complex. 5 of them are still at the hospital for observation. 21 of them are temporarily living here at the community center. It is now being managed by the Red Cross, and others went home with friends and family. Now, the cause of the fire is under investigation at this time. Coming up at 4 and 6, we will hear from residents who have been displaced and how they are doing today. In Cahokia Heights, I'm Tracy Hinson, 5 on Your Side.
All right, thank you, Tracy. A student athlete at Missouri Baptist University faces charges accused of taking a handgun to football practice. 21-year-old Tony Brasfield of Glasgow Village could face jail time if convicted. Police say his coach found the pistol inside Bransfield's bag in the locker room on October 10th. New today, the city of Wood River honoring a fallen police officer. Today marks 2 years since the death of Pontoon Beach officer Tyler Timmons. He died after being shot by a man accused of stealing a car. Timmons grew up in Wood River, graduated from East Alton Wood River High School in 2003. At a dedication ceremony held about 2 hours ago, they renamed Old Alton Edwardsville Road Tyler Timmons Drive.
It's fantastic. I mean, being a part of a community that doesn't forget people who, put their everything into their lives and into their community is really fantastic. There's nothing that I would want more than for my husband to continue to be honored and memorialized.
Timmons started his law enforcement career as a cadet with the Wood River Police Department, later worked at departments in Roxana, Worden, and Hartford. Today, police in St. Louis are investigating a string of car break-ins that happened in downtown St. Louis. They say more than 30 cars have been hit just in the past week. Some of the victims are guests at 21C Museum Hotel on Locust Street. Police say they've been talking with private lot owners to address some of the issues. Mobile camera towers have also been deployed to that area. There are 2 new homeless encampments in downtown St. Louis. It's been nearly a month since the city shut down a homeless encampment outside City Hall. Now a few men and women are living on the grounds of the old municipal court building next to City Hall. Another encampment has also been set up at Laclede's Landing. Business owners there say they're worried about drug use and crime. The mayor's office says it'll continue to talk with downtown and Laclede's Landing residents to work out solutions. Well, it sure doesn't feel like fall, more like spring. Let's take a live look now over Interstate 55 in Arnold. 70 degrees, and we're expecting some rain. Meteorologist Jim Castillo here with the Weather First forecast. What's the timing on that, Jim?
Well, we've had a couple showers out there at Kay, but again, it's been mainly scattered. It becomes a little bit more widespread as we head toward the weekend forecast, but still some scattered showers developing this afternoon and again, some dry time tonight. And then tomorrow, a chance of a storm. But again, that rain really comes in Saturday afternoon, Saturday night into Sunday. But boy, that temperature, it's going to drop like a rock as we get into Friday night. 73 degrees right now, south-southwest wind at 14 miles an hour. That dew point has been in the 60s. Humidity has been higher. You feel it. And right now on the Weather First Doppler radar, you can see a few showers. They've been light. Let's zoom into the metro. Most of them have been north around Staunton and then also to the west, just west of Innsbrook and western Warren County. And really just a few very light sprinkles, Chesterfield to St. Charles within the hour here. Widen out the shot. You see a little bit of yellow there in western Missouri and central Missouri, so west of our area, and some downpours there. And Kansas City had some thunderstorms this morning that were sub-severe. Right now it is very cloudy. It's amazing how warm and breezy it is. But see that cold front up there in Nebraska? That's headed our way. I'll time out our weekend chill coming up in just a bit.
All right, we'll see you then. Thank you, Jim. Still ahead, Mexico is recovering from Hurricane Otis. See the damage left after the storm hit shore. Plus, the MLS playoffs are approaching. Whose City SC will play in the first round? And today you can help Folds of Honor provide educational scholarships to the families of fallen or injured first responders. Scan the QR code or text STL Folds to 243725. The donation drive is sponsored by Folds of Honor St. Louis.